Ready. Fight.
Welcome sports fans to the Mexican GP speedrun. FP1 saw record low viewership as a bunch of pretenders took to the cockpits. But once the main attractions returned, it was back to Lando 6-1-9ing Oscar for the second round running. Qualifying commenced and Lando not only destroyed Oscar, but the rest of the field, outpacing Leclerc in P2 by 2.5 tenths and Max nearly half a second off the pace. Piastri had put his taco cart into a lowly P7 after Carlos gets demoted. As lights go out for the 1,145th time, Max, Charles and Lewis race each other rather than race leader Lando, giving him free and easy passage into turn 1, while Max and Charles take the scenic route to turn 3. Further down the field, Oscar drops from 7th to 9th as his weekend somehow gets worse. Thanks, Zach. The one passing opportunity available was made even harder by the fact the DRS was of very low effect. Oscar, however, eventually passed Yuki after his championship contending defense for 8th place. Holy guacamole, racing was attempted between Max and Lewis before quickly being called off by the FIA and Hamilton penalised for his efforts, while Ollie Bearman became the beneficiary. After the first stops had played out, the race stagnated heavily and the Mercedes found themselves battling the Haas. George demanded team orders but was less than impressed with the team's initial decision. George dug into his comedic bag, kindly offering up his spot to Oscar, but the team declined that request also.
So rear surface temperatures are sky high. George, let's get these under control.
Marcus, I've got a car in my... Okay.
Eventually the team relented, but George embarrassingly made no inroads on Ollie before swallowing his pride and switching back. The second stop option opened up. OP and Kimi pit at the same time. McLaren must have brought 23 Rey Mysterios to service their car as they managed to out-pit Mercedes and take the spot. Bearman and Russell are other takers of the stop OP now has his eyes on. Oscar catches and surprises George with a late but controlled manoeuvre, something not often seen in the world of Formula 1. Max and Oscar are simultaneously looking to make moves that will hamper Lando's progress in the championship before a phantom VSC was called right at the critical moment for both races, ensuring positions were held till the end.
And the virtual safety car is deployed to neutralise the race.
Lando ends up taking the tamales by 30.3 seconds over Charles, and with that takes the championship lead by 1 point, just as they had planned. After the race, all drivers had earned their siestas as temps hit a weekend high during the race, and the heat proved too much for some. Looking at you, George.
Marcus, I've got a car in my... Okay.
Hola, Box Bashers, and welcome back to Box Box Banter. I am your host, Raymond, and beside me is my co-host, Timmy.
Hey, can't help but notice you've done something different today.
I can't help notice that you didn't get the memo.
Well, I must have lost in the mail.
Well, one of us looks stupid.
Yeah.
And it ain't me.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
I love the full sendness of
Mate,
bringing some level of entertainment to this Grand Prix.
Everything I do is full send.
I'm disappointed. I lost the memo.
I can't even look at you. I can't even look at you.
Yeah. I mean, is it Ray with an E? R-E-Y?
It is now.
Yeah.
It is for this round, for the Mexico round.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chris has got to work on the graphics to update that.
The R-A... How do you spell it?
R-E-Y.
R-E-Y, yep. So this week I'm R-E-Y.
Yep. R-E-Y Ray.
Next week I'll be back to R-A-Y.
Yeah. The non-Mexican, once we're out of Mexico. Back to the Brazilian spelling. Yeah, next week.
What's that one?
R-A-Y.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry.
For sure.
Not like R-A-I or something?
You know what? We'll have to fact check that.
Yeah. Get back to me on that one. Yeah. Get back to me on my own name, would you?
Well, I interrupted you. Who am I? I interrupted you like halfway through introductions.
Well, hang on. I was just going to say, you didn't even ask why I went with this get-up.
But we'll explain.
Well,
I thought it was self-explanatory.
Impressive as fuck, isn't it?
It is. It's very good. It's detailed. It's scary, even.
Yeah, I can see the worry in your face.
Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to...
You're like, I don't know how close I want to get.
No, we're like 50% serious, and I don't know how I can even live up to that.
That's over.
It probably is overselling us, but
50%.
I don't know if I can take you any serious at all when you get into your bag.
You know what would be funny? In like half an hour when we're knee deep in our achievements, there'll be a point where you'll forget that you're talking to me.
Yeah.
As a skull, as a sugar skull. So
we'll go from the professional podcaster to the episode he's gone.
Look, I just felt like it was a fair representation of how I feel inside. You know, Oscar Piastri, he's lost his lead in the World Championship.
Yep.
And it's crushed me. I'm dying from the inside out. Now, I haven't given up. That doesn't mean I've given up.
No.
I still have faith that the 4 rounds that are left, he can find a way to bounce back. And I actually think, as dominant as Lando was this weekend, Oscar can take a heck of a lot of confidence coming out of Mexico with the points that he did achieve and securing the best result he's had there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure he would have loved to have been on the podium. I'm sure he would have even loved to have gotten Bearman just to keep that 1 point. If he left Mexico still in the lead,
especially after
that would have been
qualifying,
massive for his confidence.
Huge win. Huge. Would have been. Even within a point. I'm okay. After he qualified
You're
seventh.
okay?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm not devastated. I'm not.
Well,
I'm like you. I'm like, it's all right.
Yeah, like, I'm not completely dead. To be fair, the race was a very entertaining race. It was actually one of the best races of the season. I did. I was on. I was on edge.
Huge lull. Like, I think the ending was like, well, the actual ending was shithouse, but the last 20 laps or so. I mean, we finally got what we've been asking for. A bit of a mix up on strat.
Yeah.
And it proved it. 50% of the race was probably pretty good.
You know, Formula One hadn't seen different strategies for so long that Red Bull didn't even know what the fuck they were doing. You know, Lambeezy was on the radio to his engineers going, are we doing a one stop or a two stop?
Before Max even said, I can hear you guys, I was like, I think they've stuffed up here with the buttons. Because
you could tell in the tone of his voice, it wasn't like he was directing it at Verstappen.
Yeah. He's given Verstappen the nice positive kid voice when you're talking to a kid and you're jolly. And then he's released the button, but he doesn't. And he's talking to the engineer stern, like, what are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing?
It's like that.
Max is like, hey, brother.
It's like that Brooklyn Nine-Nine meme with that captain where he's like, he's on the radio to the guys on the Sting. Right. And he keeps talking in their ear and they just like go insane. That's what it reminded me of for a second, where Verstappen's in this car doing 300 kilometers an hour and Lambeezy's just having a good old chin wag
he's having a yap
to the guys next to him. And he's like, I can hear everything.
Yeah. I love that the media put that through. Because we've seen how much these people talk and we really get...
Oh, you get like
1%.
You feel lucky,
yeah, like it's nothing. But they let that go through. Like that cackled me. I'm like, they let this go through, knowing Max wasn't even meant to hear it, let alone the rest of the world.
So, do you see this as a small win for Oscar then?
So I think it's a win. I mean, like I've said all year, these two races specifically have been an outlier problem for him. We saw it last year. I mean, I said I wanted him to come into America with a 25-point lead.
Yeah.
He didn't quite, right?
Yep.
And look where he is now. But we were speaking off camera earlier, or yesterday or something. Mm-hmm. We know, he's got a very, very good...
You were on camera. You just didn't know.
Ooh.
But, we'll save that for later.
What else have we got in those files?
We'll see. You'll see.
In the unseen files. The unopened.
Just because you think you're not on camera doesn't mean you're not being recorded.
You know, with the shit you got going on around here, I shouldn't be surprised. Brazil last year, he had to move over for Lando in the sprint and in the GP.
So, I just said that Mexico was his best result in his career. Mm-hmm. I can't remember where he finished last year. Do you remember?
No. It was bumped out in Q1 or Q2, they said.
Actually, sorry, I do. I have it here. What I was going to say is I don't remember where he finished in Coda last year.
No, I don't remember.
So, as you mentioned, those two races were going to be, they're always Lando favoured tracks.
Yeah.
His last 5 results for last year was P8, so that was Mexico. Mm-hmm. Then P8, which was Brazil.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Then P7, which was Vegas.
Not filling me with confidence.
Then P3, which was Qatar. So that was his best result. And then P10, which was Abu Dhabi. But he got taken out by Verstappen.
World champion, that one.
Yeah. So it is a bit of a mixed bag in the sense of he had a rough, last 5 races last season, but he was already at that point as well told to pretty much back off and didn't really have anything to fight for. So we don't really fully know what we're in for the last 4 rounds. However, he did give some good insight into to the weekend, and so did Stella. He basically said it's got nothing to do with the car, which part of me thinks that's just trying to close down.
What did he say? You got me on edge, let alone the fans.
Well, he said that he had a lot to learn about the car and he had to adjust his driving style. Like he was driving the car wrong, and that So this race and last race,
The car he's had all year.
yeah,
He's now not driving it right.
exactly. So he said exactly. He said the car hasn't changed, but the way that he's had to drive the car in the last few rounds has changed. Now, Andre Stella said that where Piastri struggles is low grip surfaces. So that would be true here, and that would be true, I guess, in Coda. I don't know about the next 4 rounds. What's regarded as low surface or low grip. But it sounds to me like all of a sudden the car is maybe more oversteery, and maybe Lando's more comfortable with a car like that, and Oscar's not. It seems like maybe Oscar's more comfortable with a
More neutral car.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know about it.
So
That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, I'd imagine...
But that's what's weird about it, right? Because he said it's not the car. The car's still the same. He said he had to adjust his driving to the car, and he had to learn a few lessons and get his head around it and adjust his driving style and not be as rigid with his own style of driving for these few rounds here.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. It doesn't make sense to me because the car was on tune and all of a sudden he's nowhere. It's not. These aren't the first 2 low grip tracks of the year. I don't know what else is low grip, but I can imagine, like, Brazil, you think's going to be low grip. It's a real racetrack that's not getting repaved every year. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
I think the street tracks, they get repaved every year, I think, because they're, I think they pretty well do get repaved every year, or mostly, or half, they do get done.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's pretty high grip. I think Qatar's a pretty new track. So again, that's probably pretty high grip.
And that was his best result last year.
So we're looking at maybe 2 of the next 4 might be something that suits him, but...
So it basically literally comes down to a 50-50. You got a 1 point margin between...
there. This is the problem.
Yes and no.
I mean, who knows what happened to Max and Red Bull this week?
We'll
get down that later.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I just want to say, so he'll come away with 5th.
Mm-hmm.
He lost the championship lead, so he lost 15 points.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm hoping, we'll only know in hindsight, I'm hoping this is a champion's drive. Because you don't win the championship solely on your race wins.
No, it's also about the...
It's about the down days. It's about the days that don't go well.
Yeah.
And as much as he didn't do well, as much as Lando unfortunately won, we saw what happened in Baku.
Mm-hmm.
Lando had a similar opportunity to resurrect his day a bit better.
Yeah.
And he couldn't. He couldn't pass any of these cars. He passed 1 or 2 cars, right? The fact that Oscar literally went from 9th to 5th with only 1 freebie, being Lewis, I think, and he should have got the 4th, but then the VSC come out. I think it would have been a very, very real shot for 4th.
100%, I agree.
The fact that he effectively dug himself out of a hole and he had no pace all weekend, he had no pace for the first half of the race.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to think at the end of the year he wins and we can look back at this race and go, this is a race where he dug deep and he got that 5th place to not lose another 4, 5, 6 points.
I agree. And I think, and that's what I guess I led off with is I do look at this as a win. Even if his demeanor didn't necessarily scream to me that he felt like he came out of the weekend with a win. And naturally, I guess, how could you? Your teammate was 30 seconds down the goddamn road.
Of 2nd place, mind you. Not even.
2nd place, yeah. So it's not going to feel great. But 100%, he came into a track that everybody knew, and himself included, that's not really suited to him and he was going to struggle with. And he came out he reduced the damage, really. It could have been so much worse. Even at the start, he dropped from 7th straight to 9th. And it for a minute there, it felt like, oh boy.
Well, like you said it,
oh boy.
He could have been in the Colapinto, the Bearman position.
Yeah.
He could have been there. He should have been there. Make a spot or 2 up off the start, and then you're there to capitalize on the 2 cars ahead having issues. Like he basically made himself back into that position, which is the net result of saying that, you're 100% right. He maximized what he possibly could based on where he qualified.
Yeah, and then he got super unlucky with the VSC, and we can go on this a little bit later, but the VSC was thrown at just the most opportune time.
It wasn't even immediately.
No.
If it was immediately, with how quick they got it back going again, they would have almost had a whole lap. They would have had DRS again for the last lap.
What I want to kind of do is put our tin hats on for a second here.
I'd love to. Let's fucking do it. I've been hoping.
Well, I really go between two minds of like, are we being gaslit? Are we being gaslit? Are we like, is there something else that's going on? And we're just, you know, we think, because obviously we're big Oscar fans and we're Aussies and we're really rooting for him. You know, are we blinded by bias? There's that side of the argument for sure. But then there is the thing of like, look at how many things just constantly occur that always go Lando's way. None of them ever seem to fall Oscar's way.
No.
Not even when they almost seemingly don't have anything to do with each other. It still is the case. And this is exactly the same thing. It wasn't even like Oscar was about to overtake Lando and then there goes the VSC to nullify everything. It was literally Verstappen was about to pass Leclerc, which would have
eroded that championship lead a little bit more.
Correct. And Piastri was about to get Bearman,
which would have kept him.
He would have kept the lead. And that would have been a huge momentum coming out of the weekend. If you still had your lead, you've taken essentially 4 races now, 4 bad races where you've had your lead whittled down, and you've still left just in the lead. Well, that would have been huge.
My question to you is, have you seen any footage of the Signs incident or the aftermath?
I have.
So, because I didn't watch anything. I literally turned it off. I turned the race off before I saw Oscar cross the line.
Yeah.
I had seen him around the last corner because he's not going to get Bearman, turned it off. So I don't know nothing. But, you know, I heard Karun say, what are they, the cars behind the barriers, what is this VSC for?
So not only that, he was behind the barriers. There was no marshals on the track. Unlike earlier in the GP, there were marshals on the track, but we'll go into that later. And it was way off in the runner zone, and it is in the slowest section of the whole circuit too.
And it's the end of the race.
Yeah.
Any other sports category, you'll take that 5% risk, which is really less than that. 0.5% risk.
100% they would.
They take the risk because it's like, we just need the race finished under the best conditions possible. Realistically, that is not a problem. Like, plus, really realistically, not a problem.
It's a sport that has been in a bit of a racing drought.
Yeah.
And you're about to get 2 epic battles that are going to go right down to the last lap.
Mean something. It's not just for 7th on track necessarily, or 4th on track.
It's too convenient for Lando.
I agree 100%. And that's what I thought. And even the timing, like I said, the timing. So they don't call it straight away when it's like, oh, he's off track, VSC. They waited like half a lap.
And he spun too.
Did he?
It wasn't like he just blew his engine, pulled off the side. He actually
hit the barriers?
spun. I don't know if he hit the barriers, but he spun and then he's pulled it in.
So he got it in there himself.
Yeah.
So what? Okay. So I didn't know any of that. I literally knew nothing about it. I didn't know if he got himself in there after, like, reversed and it took him a while, or whether they pushed him in. So that doesn't make sense. So why was it called in the first place? But then the timing is the real issue. If it was straight away, they would have got back around, had 1 lap with the DRS, which is all both those needed. The VSC didn't end until Oscar and Bearman would have been to turn 1, at least. So
already had nullified out that move.
Yeah, and that was the only real overtaking move. You had to be desperate and lucky to make a move anywhere else.
Ballsy.
So they literally ended it. They started it to make sure, all right, no overtaking happened this lap.
Yeah.
They ended it just after the DRS zones. Like, tinfoil hat or not.
Yeah.
It is just way too convenient. Like, way too convenient for an incident that really didn't even require one in the first place.
No.
They could have covered under double yellows like they did initially, because that means you cannot pass and you need to be prepared to stop. You trust the driver to do that. I mean, what happened under the VSC that they could then go, oh yeah, this is why we did it. Like, when the VSC come out,
but even whatever
what happened
they might
on track that dictated it need to be out for a minute.
Well, they'll always operate under the umbrella of safety first, which is hilarious considering what happened earlier in the race.
Yeah,
we won't even get into that because we could go down a huge tangent here. But the fact of the matter is, the VSC was unnecessary, and the timing of it was way too convenient to make sure that Oscar couldn't make that move and Verstappen could make that move.
I mean,
they
at
can
the
all
end of the year,
downplay it.
if this comes down to a point between these drivers, this is what you look at.
It's another moment. It's another moment.
That's 3 points. More points that Max would have had. And 2 more points that
all
Oscar
year.
would have had.
This has been to the detriment of Piastri. Not once has this happened to the detriment of Norris. No, it's unbelievable.
I can't think of one time. Like, literally, there's the one pit stop in Monza which got reversed.
Yeah,
that's like the only thing I can really think about that has gone negatively, besides the DNF, besides the engine blow up, which is just unfortunate. There's nothing you can do about that. These things happen. That's the only thing.
It's to me, it's just getting to a point where it's like, I don't even know if I can take Formula One seriously anymore. You know?
And that's what McLaren are doing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's enough of that.
That was Overpowered with OP.
Yeah. Is that what that's the
I
new
like it. I'm
segment
trying
name?
to push it on you.
Overpowered with OP.
Yep.
Take a deep breath. It's getting hot in
So
here.
I got through
It's
that.
getting hot.
It is, yeah. You're looking good still.
Oh,
You're hanging in.
thanks. Oh.
I had a while
You
we're
flirting with
while
me?
we're talking. I did have to look at you and be like,
Yeah.
I can push through. I can push through.
Avert my eyes.
Yeah, and keep the serious tone on
Yeah.
while I'm looking at you with that face.
I am thinking about putting together a video episode of all the, like, basically a score counter of, like, every decision, whether it's by the Formula One, FIA, McLaren,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
who
we do that.
who benefited,
that post-season.
Oscar or Lando. Just go from the start of the season and go all the way through.
Count how many times on the occasion and how many points.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll do that post-season.
All right.
Win, lose, or draw.
Win, lose, or draw.
We find out the true results of this season.
Can I get into the achievements now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Stop flirting with
Might
me.
be the only time we talk about our boy.
As always, we start with the final boss of Mexico City.
Mhm.
So, who are we
I'll
nominating?
give it to Lando Norris.
Yeah,
He's the greatest
okay,
ever.
Good. Phew, okay.
He's the
Because
greatest.
I literally don't know who you could have awarded to.
This is the thing.
As much as you might want to look as hard as possible for an alternative.
Well, let me just say, if this was genuine, if he's come out and had this pace for realsies,
Yeah.
good on him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand it. I don't understand how on a track this small, he was 2 to 3 tenths a lap quicker than
Pretty
Max
unbelievable.
Verstappen, 5 tenths quicker than his own teammate.
Yeah.
How, with recent form of that car and him as a driver, how he's come out and just done this. So if it's just off his own back, if he's just shown up and pissed excellence,
Yeah.
good on him. He deserves. He done a great job if that's the case. I just don't understand what happened after qualifying, the radio situation
The
with
little cryptic message.
where he said, I know, the less I know, the better.
Yeah.
So my theory is he must have. I reckon he must have gone, and there's nothing wrong with this, but I reckon he's gone and gotten some sports psychology or something to break down him mentally to be like, this is what you need to do.
Whether it's internal or external.
Yeah, probably external. And again, it's fine. Sports people do it all the time. But it's the only thing I can think of is that he's gone to go to someone and go, what's wrong with me? Why when I'm in a good advantageous situation do I piss things away?
Yeah.
Like, when I'm in pole, why can't I convert? Whereas he seems to come better from behind. And that's why I said with his DNF. And you said it best, is he a sadist? He feels more confident now because he's like, well, I've got nothing to lose now. Like, I'm in this situation.
Yeah.
All I can do is rock up, and this is why I've lost now. So,
Well, now that
and he's able to lock in a bit better. And it's like they've unlocked that even while he's in a good position.
I have Lando Norris, by the way, too. So we're in agreement on that. But
Cool.
yeah, I mean, you do make a good point. I think him leading at this point in the calendar might actually be the best thing for Oscar, because now the pressure does kind of shift back to Lando of it's yours to lose again now.
True.
And maybe that takes a little bit of pressure off Oscar.
Well, he does
And-
have momentum now, which is the painful thing.
Yeah, momentum is very real.
And at one point, they might as well be tied.
But to your point about the whole thing of him saying the less I know, the better, there's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it at the team operating in a manner that he doesn't want to know. There could be that side of it. And that's probably the tin hat side of it. It's probably whatever you're doing, I don't want to know, but it's working.
Yeah. Don't
I
tell
don't
me
need
if
to know anymore.
you've got some NOS in this car.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. There's that side of it. Then there's the other side of it, which probably is more likely, and it is the don't overthink it. Just go out there and drive. I saw a thing just today that he requested his split times to be removed off his steering wheel.
Yeah, so that's yeah.
So because he said he felt like he was focusing on
If you're
those
up,
times.
you might be a little bit less. You might be a little bit more lenient with your lap time. If you're down, you might dig a little harder than you should.
Yeah. So he requested to have that removed so he can just focus on the driving and he's not focusing on the times.
I
So
mean, I
there
can
is
say
something
as a
there.
sim racer, that's true.
Oh,
like I
okay.
actually
It's a
prefer to
weird,
have.
weird flex for you.
No, I'm just saying I actually prefer to have
What
my.
are you comparing yourself
Oh,
to?
I'm just saying
current-
that is a real thing. I prefer to have I prefer to
is.
have it all off the scale.
As a professional sim
Do you
racer?
want my professional opinion or not?
No, I want your amateur opinion.
All right.
Because
Well, then,
this is what
what a pussy. What a bitch. Just put the numbers on there. If you're up, you're up.
No, you're 100% right. Look, on a much smaller scale, sometimes I play the F1 game. And sometimes I just watch my sector times and go, oh, fuck, another yellow? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. That's the thing.
So-
Like, if he goes into sector
Man, I
one,
thought that sector felt great.
well,
Apparently I
that's
was-
one thing. But if you end the first sector and you're 2/10 up, are you as likely to brake at the absolute limit for the next corner, or you're a bit like, oh, I'm good. I can sacrifice a little bit just to make sure I make this next sector, and then all of a sudden you're a
Hence
10th
the
down.
overthinking the driving. You're not just
because
driving.
for the first 18 races. These two were locked in within a 10th.
Yeah, well, it slipped to 3/10, I think it was now.
Yeah.
Oscar in these last handful of
The
races.
last two have been half a second. The last two, and then before that, it hasn't been good either.
Yeah. Anyway, credit
Lando
to
Norris.
him if it is actually legit and he actually did do it. It's his 4th career hat trick. So that's the thing.
Hat trick.
So it's the led every lap.
The
Got
baby
pole.
Grand Slam.
Yeah, and got the win. So
He pulled the max. I
just
could
didn't
get
get
a
the-
Grand Slam, but I don't fucking need one of them.
yeah.
Hey, radio hero. Radio, you fucking hero. I had to get a bit of Lando bashing in there. All right, we can move on.
Okay. Next category is what a noob.
Noob. Yeah.
So I'll give you my nominee first.
Give it to me.
This was actually the category that I did. I filled that last because I was
Yeah.
like,
This was easy for me.
okay, well, it'll be interesting if where we land on it. I gave it to Mercedes as a team.
We don't.
Okay, cool. So the reason why I gave it to Mercedes is, once again, there's plenty of shit teams on the grid and underperforming teams.
Plenty.
Alpine's probably
we don't
the one that we just
we
keep
don't need
falling
to talk
on.
about Alpine this
Yeah.
episode, I think.
But I think Mercedes are locked into a championship, constructors championship battle here with Ferrari and Red Bull.
Yeah.
And they just sort of came, like, you just think about their race. All the radio shenanigans with George.
Hilarious.
Like, it was like they were baiting
It
him.
was hilarious.
Like, he had a
There was a
legitimate
bit of
point.
disrespect in my. I felt
I
like.
think so as well. It was
I mean,
almost
I'm
like
all for it.
it's almost like they hate George all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
I mean,
Like,
that
that's
was
how
like he was saying something, and his energy would just laugh it off, like
And bait
well,
him.
Yeah, I loved it when he was like, "I've got more pace." Okay, well, you're free to pass him. Oh, I loved
Yeah.
it. I was like, "This is fucking
I
fantastic."
see you and I raise you this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Where
Yeah,
he goes,
you're free to pass. He's there. Go for it.
No, where he goes, George, your tyres are too hot. You need to cool them down. So then
Yeah.
he rips back like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I've got a McLaren right on my ass that I'm trying to keep behind me. They're faster.
Yeah,
They're
and
just
he
literally-
he goes and. Oh, I got him. Do you want me to let him pass too? Do you?
Yeah.
No, George.
So this is going onto my sweaty try-hard
Shit.
category a
Yeah,
little
no, it
bit.
is
But
for mine as well.
the team just felt like they lost
Lost their way a little
sight.
bit.
Yeah,
They
lost
felt
sight of
like-
what's actually important here.
Yeah.
You know, and then they decide to do the switch anyway, but it's like
Yeah.
the damage is already done.
They were a bit of a Ferrari McLaren mesh
Yeah.
of strategy in that one.
I mean, that's a classic Ferrari thing. Overthink it for a few laps, and then by the time you make a decision,
Yeah,
it's
you
always going to
nullified
be
it.
the wrong decision.
I think. Oh, so I don't. I've got Carlos Sainz, and I think that's pretty accurate, Carlos Sainz. But for the Mercedes thing, there's 2 races in a row they've lost their pace. But then with all that going on, and then even the pit stop where they come in front of Oscar, who has the world's worst pit stop crew, and they manage to not leave in front, which is pretty. In Formula 1, it doesn't happen because you can drive side by side in the fast lane in Formula 1. It's pretty hard to actually be out pit stopped, especially by McLaren.
Yeah.
So the fact that like to add that to the negative effects of their Grand Prix, overall lack of pace, failing hard with team orders. I mean, it made me laugh because once they did eventually
losing the
let
pit
him
stop
through,
battle.
once they did eventually let George through, like he had no pace anyway.
No.
So it's the classic.
So-
the two cars are very similar. The car behind always looks quicker because they're able to maintain the DRS and stick with them.
See, but what's hilarious about it all, like, he requests, you deny, you kind of like antagonize him a little bit further. Then you decide, you're actually probably right.
Yeah.
Go on
After
then.
he's made an
Go
agreement,
on
they've
then.
had a full
Yeah.
sign here, please. Here's a witness signature as well.
Yeah,
like
he's
so
already
you know
cooked
what
his
we're doing.
tyres. Then he looks like an idiot because he can't catch up to Bearman in a Haas, who is having the weekend of his life, but can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Now they've got to... Someone has to get back on the radio and be like, George, you need to revert the positions.
Well, that
Who
was
wants to
his
make that
idea.
call?
No, that was his idea.
It's true, but they still have to do it, right?
Yeah,
They still have to be like,
They
George,
have
don't
to do
forget.
it, but if he wants to whinge and moan, it's like, hey man, this
And
was your idea.
George, the superior, experienced number one driver has to relinquish and fall back behind Kimi.
Relinquish sixth place as well. Like.
Yeah. So I just feel it was just overall noob behavior.
I agree.
And it cost them valuable points probably in the championship. You know, one that's also going to come down to the last race where it's like every decision matters.
I mean, on that as well, made me laugh that George for 2-3 laps just relentless about Max has to give that back. Max has to give that back after turn one. Even though the footage shows Max was not even racing George. Max was racing for the lead, and George is in fifth. Yeah, and yet he's like, he has to give that back to me. It's like, come on, man.
It kind of
then he did all that. And then he had no pace anyway. He drops all the way back to seventh by the end of the race. It's like,
it kind of shows that he's always fixated on what Verstappen's doing.
That made me laugh the most. I was like, not only were you focused on the wrong thing, you've lost a spot to Antonelli through the first sort of 5-10 laps. And then you just had no pace anyway. Like,
but not only that, because like in that first corner, like Charles went off and got the lead down the road. He doesn't say shit about that. It's like, whoa. That Ferrari just cut the whole corner and took the lead of the Grand Prix.
No. And he didn't even get, penalised for the exact same thing Hamilton did, because the whole lap one, you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want, apparently. Even if it means a 4-wide brouhaha that's not going to pull off. But as long as you get to decide, I was actually second because I've come back on the road there. Made me laugh. Look, I've got Carlos Sainz, and I just think this is irreputable. The highs that he had in Baku, it's been a bit tricky since then. So he carried a 5-place grid penalty into the Grand Prix. Qualified well. He would have loved to have started 7th.
Thankfully for Piastri.
Yeah, well, in the end, who cared? He dropped 2 spots anyway.
Yeah.
So then he starts, 12th or something? 2 speeding and pit lane infringements. Yes, there might have been something wrong with the car.
There was.
2 speeding and pit lane infringements, and then he ends up DNFing anyway.
So it's a vicious cycle of, we need you to pit. Your pit limit is not working, so you sped. You got to drive through penalty. Your pit lane limiter is still not working.
You get a pit lane penalty for that.
So you get another penalty for that. It's just a vicious cycle of it.
Made me laugh very hard. And then ends up not even finishing. He might as well not have come based off of last week. He might as well have skipped the last 2 weeks. Yeah. He should have retired after Baku on a high.
I think that's probably more of a unlucky situation rather than a noob situation, because it did.
But what was the problem? Did they say?
Yeah, they took a whack on lap 1 and it threw out a sensor. So, and then when he came into the pits, the car was like,
you said it was
like bouncing. Yeah.
Look, so makes me laugh either way.
If the car wasn't damaged and he sped in the pits twice, one of which serving the penalty for the infringement.
But you think you'd be a bit more aware. I mean, he knew the car was jacked. You heard him as soon as he's like, but the car's bumpy and all this.
You know, they just hit a button and then
but you know you're going to do a pit lane. He didn't speed the third time he went through the lane. You know.
Yeah.
So,
I reckon he's more unlucky. So I think the bigger noob of the weekend is still Mercedes.
Okay.
We in agreement?
Sure. Yes. You can take that dub.
Okay. Buffed. Who got the biggest buff of the week?
Well, surprisingly, I believe this goes to one Ollie Bearman.
Yep, I've got Ollie as well.
Clear reasons. Equaled Haas's record finishing position of 4th.
Where the fuck did that come from? Honestly.
Qualifying. This is why Hulk got a podium that one time.
Yeah, but he still came from fucking, what was he?
Again, he
ninth?
He needed, I don't know where he started, to be honest, but he jobbed, obviously, Oscar. He did what Oscar needed to do.
Yeah.
Get some spots off the start and then capitalize. Like, that's what he did. He qualified well. I mean, if you're a Haas starting in the 10, like, you're already a leg up on yourself.
So, kind of like, not making too many excuses for Oscar, but once again was on the outside of the track. And it was a dirty old dusty track.
Yeah.
So as soon as he hit that turn 1,
himself or something.
Hit all that dust, saw Verstappen gone, locking up straight through, and then he went wide. But both Tsunoda and Bearman got the inside run, and had the better line. He wasn't able to defend against them.
Yeah.
But Bearman just all of a sudden these last 2 races, he's just become one with the car. I mean, a Haas. Basically keeping Verstappen behind him pretty comfortably for a while there.
I mean, he's a little bit maybe unlucky that Max didn't get a penalty. If he got the same 10-second penalty, it absolutely buried Lewis. Like, you got to wonder how much of an impact it would have had on Max, and Ollie could be looking at a podium in a Haas, which has never been done before.
He probably is just a tad unlucky he didn't snag that podium. And like in a season where we've seen so many maiden podiums, and especially from rookies, he almost got up there and joined them too.
Yep.
It was flashes of the Bearman that we got last year when he was sitting in for Ferrari.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, this kid is actually fast.
I always forget he's actually decent.
Yeah.
Tricked.
He's just in a shit car.
Yeah.
I
just think I'll look at him and watch and see his name. I just think of like a Colapinto.
Yeah.
But then every now and then you go, he's actually pretty good.
He is, yeah.
He's more like an Antonelli.
Yeah, definitely in that same sort of class. Yeah. It's it probably needed it because that rookie battle this year is very tight and it's been swaying between drivers.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen a rookie class this good in maybe ever.
I mean, it helps having 25% of the grid rookies, but
they've all had very levels of success. Really, they've all had,
except for the most experienced rookie on the grid,
Lawson.
Yeah, or the two most experienced
Who's
rookies
the other
on the grid, Colapinto.
Colapinto,
The two most experienced rookies on the grid.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. The actual genuine rookies, all of them, like you said, they've all had moments where you're like, shit, like they're good. They're the future.
Is this a future legitimate star?
Yeah, or at least future, full timers that are going to do 15 years on their own terms.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that he's just equaled Haas's best performance.
Yeah.
And again, in his rookie season.
Yeah. I mean, the team's been around for 10 years. They've had, years where they've had ups.
They're the smallest team on the grid by far. So that's huge for them. Well and truly earned the Buff Award this round.
I mean, who knows what they'll do once Toyota actually come on board properly. That might end up being a bit of a force.
Yeah, and then he'll probably get the call up to Ferrari or something. Or
and
who
win
knows?
his career.
And then, all right, nerfed. Do you want me to go first? I'll go first.
Okay.
Verstappen. Yeah. So I was thinking about it. I was looking at our
This is quite a
achievements.
swing for you.
Yeah. So I'll probably start with the good things first. Verstappen still raced a great race. He saved a fifth, got up to third.
Could have been second.
Could have been second.
Sure.
Should have been second. That's why I was going to say second because it really was second, but let's not go there. And made the one-stop work. And Formula One dropped a graph of his lap times of his second stint.
Yeah.
They were all in the 121s, I think it was.
He had two identical laps as well, after one after
Super
another.
consistent on those softs.
I mean, Jean-Pierre, he couldn't get more of him.
Oh,
He had deep threatening him like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, no. It was
I've never heard such support come from the Red Bull pit lane.
Yeah. It was well and truly Team Max now, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was even a moment where Lambeezy goes, "Are we on the one stop?" I legitimately thought he was asking Max for
too.
race strategy
Yeah.
advice as well.
Yeah. I thought it was a sarcastic answer.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about this.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was coming across as. Like, Max, are we on the one or is it two? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Until they come back with, oh, yeah, no, it was one plan, whatever. And then he goes back to the engineers and says more shit.
So, yeah, those are the good things. Now, the reason why I've given him nerfed is because he's just had a string of excellent results, all of which he outperformed the McLarens.
Yeah.
This is the first weekend since Zandvoort that he didn't.
So that makes him nerfed.
Well, he's 31 seconds behind Norris.
Yeah.
He went into the weekend as the clear outright favourite for a win.
I mean, he had two excursions off track.
Yeah. And he has, but don't forget where he qualified. And he has excellent history at this track. He usually loves this track. I think everyone put money on Verstappen to win. What happened?
Speaking of which, I did send you the odds before the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Well, Norris was paying $4.
Norris was $4.50 as the second favourite.
Missed a trick there.
Yeah. and Max was clear favourite $1 something.
See, I'm a little apprehensive on putting money on Lando because last time we did, that was the start of Oscar's downfall.
Yeah.
So I was like, that just felt dirty and gross.
I just couldn't believe the odds swung that hard. It's like Oscar was paying like $6. Oscar was out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Rightfully so in the end.
So if that's not nerfed, then I don't know what is because I think everybody expected him to win and then he just didn't. It wasn't terrible. He still outperformed Piastri.
Yeah.
But I think everyone expected him to win.
It wasn't terrible.
and
He
get
should
put
have
on
been
pole.
the second best car.
And if he wants to be a legitimate chance for this championship fight, he needs to be perfect every weekend. And this,
Look at you really speaking down with authority on him. Like he hasn't just dominated the last 6 races in a row.
well, he doesn't have a 1 point gap. He's got a.
No. 36 or 34 point deficit.
That's almost too far back. He needed to be gaining points on
I
Lando,
think we're
not
having
losing points on
A little
Lando.
bit of a recency bias going on here.
Well, I mean, how can you not?
Yeah,
You're only
we've
as good
talked
as your
about
last
this
race.
is one race. There's 4 to go. He's the king of sprint, so you're
Yeah,
guaranteed.
But
for,
the NERFED award is for
I'm just saying.
Mexico.
Yeah, okay.
To put
But
your words into effect.
you're basing your nerfed off precedence of the last 6 races.
Well, exactly, because he's been at the top, and all of a sudden he's 31 seconds behind Norris.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened? So,
Okay.
plead your case.
Well, mine's Lewis.
Give me your nominee.
Lewis Hamilton. You said yourself. There goes the podium after lap 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
More, I think it's a bit rough that he.
You really record everything I say, don't you? You just store it away. I'll use that
you
one.
record me while
that's gold. I'll
I'm in
use
your
that.
house, you know. But you were exactly right, and I was happy in one sense because it was good for Oscar again, that one free spot he did get. But it would have been good to see him on the podium. He had the pace early on. He was ranging up alongside the leaders, and then he was in a position to battle for that podium. It would have at least been good to see him up the front. But then, of course, as soon as he gets the 10-second penalty, he gets back in the pack. No way. Finished 8th or something.
I agree, and that's why I have him as my hard luck achievement. Not
So
my
this is all
nerf.
fucking wacky
Not
because
my
I've got
nerf.
Max in hard luck.
Yeah,
among
okay.
others.
All right, so we're kind of like,
Among others, mind you.
Okay, so I can then, I would still probably argue that
Well, he was I reckon Lewis
Hamilton
was
thing-
nerfed because he was, if not on for a podium, he was on for that 4th. He was on for a good chunk of points. He did the same thing Charles did. Charles didn't get a penalty. Max went off the grass. He didn't get a penalty. Lewis is the only one who got a penalty.
Yeah, so the reason why I guess I didn't give him nerfed and I gave him hard luck is because I think it's kind of a two-parter. He was unlucky that he was the only one who was issued a penalty out of all the drivers that cut a corner or went off the track. But then if you actually watch it, he does come out pretty far up the road ahead.
But
Why
it
would
was
the team
Max
not radio?
also didn't get looked at anything when he... Personally, I'm actually fine with the move Max made. Good move, racing move. But the way Formula 1 rules are and whatnot, he did very much make wheel-to-wheel contact with Lewis and effectively push him off the road.
Yeah.
Max might have stayed on the road, but Lewis got pushed off the road, literally with wheel-to-wheel contact. But that doesn't go penalised. Lewis is then, I'm going to fight this back, and then ends up off the road.
So it sounds like
both of them outbrake themselves and went off the track. But then Lewis, goes a little bit more so. And yes, maybe he should have dropped back a second when he got back on the road.
Yeah.
But then why was it a 10-second penalty, not a 5-second penalty, if that?
It was pretty harsh.
Like, the whole thing just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, especially when you just said yourself, Leclerc, who was in a 4-way fight, took to the grass and decided that he deserved second place, and nothing was said. And that
first
was it.
even. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And then he relinquished first because that was a bit egregious if he did. And he gave himself the best opportunity to go on and finish in that second place. What would be the difference if... I mean, they were 4 wide. If Lewis does that and comes in second, then, well, happy days. Here he is on the podium,
I agree with you. To me, it sounds more like he was unlucky, though. So I will make you a promise. We'll give Verstappen the nerfed achievement, and I promise you we'll give Hamilton...
I wouldn't have that hard luck. That's good for you too.
I'll promise you I'll give you...
That's fucking great. All right,
All right, let's move on. All right, so what do you try hard? So
I promise you that I'll win both these categories. Thank you.
Well, that's how it works around here. Get on board.
Yeah.
Okay, so sweaty try hard.
I tried really hard on these categories this week.
Have you?
Yep.
All right. Look, if
All
it
of
means
them.
if it
No,
means so
it's
much
fine.
to you,
It's fine.
By the way, you're saying that you're off put by my head. Have you forgotten that I was wearing face paint for a bit?
No, it's...
I was just going to say, I can't really look at you because you've just foregone the beard.
yeah,
Just
it was
vanished.
my Halloween costume.
I could see so much chin and neck and stuff, and I'm like, jeez.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to come back. I'm seeing if it'll help our numbers. Maybe people are scared of the beer or something.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm aroused or like
Let me know.
tortured.
Yeah, let me know after.
Okay, so sweaty try hard. So this achievement is for a driver who has, or team Formula 1 personality, who has shown sweaty try hard behavior, usually over the radio.
Yep.
Would you like to give me your nominee?
Well, I got a bunch of George Russell.
Yep.
I can't help but think it's the only one I really.
It's the only one. It's deserving.
As far as frustration, and we've already spoken about it. But
give me the radio call. Reenact it for me. I want to feel it.
Oh, now you've got me all flustered. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. We've already been through it. There's no point rehashing the details.
Well,
do you have it scripted?
Well, he goes, I have a McLaren in my ass. I believe was his words.
In his ass.
In his ass.
It's very pommy of him.
Yeah. Well, it could have been up.
He is very flamboyant.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. There's a difference between up my ass and in my ass.
Well, he had two calls. I think one was I've got a car up my ass, and then I've got a McLaren in my ass. So,
look, worse things could happen.
He definitely well and truly earns this. Like, what is hilarious about this? This is something I haven't told you, but this is just a little cherry on top.
Yeah.
You would have seen in FP1.
Didn't watch any practice this weekend.
Okay, but you still would have seen the news about it because this is the way Formula One is now. They get their pennies in a bunch about anything. George isn't racing the car in FP1. It's their reserve driver.
CC.
Yeah. So he puts on a wrestling mask.
Yeah, and he goes in the stands.
Straps up the bomber and goes in the stands, right? Anyway, I saw the photos and I saw the video and I was like, damn, that's actually pretty cool. That's a legit move. I like that. Got away with it unnoticed. Bomber was dope. Like, I don't care how much that bomber is, and I'm not even a big Merc fan. Hook me up with that bomber.
Yeah, I didn't pay any attention to it.
I loved it. I commented under the official Box Box Banter account. We cherished them.
Chris was sharing the login.
No, he allowed me to grace our presence on their channel, on their page.
That's awesome.
And I said, well, wait, when did George get cool? Because I was like, that is
valid.
Yeah,
very valid.
He looks cool. He doesn't look like a pompous idiot.
Yep.
And he's done something pretty cool, fan worthy. So I was all in. I was like, yeah, good. Hey, George is cool now.
Yep, it's a good move.
And then he goes and does this shit, and I'm like, oh no, there he is.
Yeah,
there's the idiot.
There's George we've all remembered.
There's the overly dramatic.
Yeah. I hope you deleted. Did you log back in and delete?
No, but can you remind me later? Yeah.
We'll make a note.
Don't want to trace that way. We thought George was cool for a second.
Yeah. Or at least timestamp it pre-race.
Yeah. So well done, George.
Yeah, cool.
You're trash, bro. This is the achievement for the driver, we think, or again, something, it doesn't have to be a driver, that was the trash use of the weekend.
I actually kind of struggled to come up with this one, so I went back to an old faithful, an old friend.
Lards?
A gimme. No.
Alpine?
No.
Oh, okay.
Liam Lawson.
Oh, that's harsh.
Well, so I went through the results, right? Because again, it's one of them races where I actually watched it in two parts. It's very, very difficult to watch. But, so I was having trouble recalling events. So I had to go to the results. I saw 4 DNFs. And I was like, okay, so I remember Fernando retired, no fault of his own. Hulkenberg retired, no fault of his own. There was a 4th. This might have been Sainz. I feel like there was a 4th besides Sainz. I think Sainz was technically classified. I think it was a 4th driver that was an unfinisher.
Yep.
Which left Lawson as the only driver who DNF'd because of a crash or an incident.
Did he have an incident, did he?
Yeah, well, he came in on lap 1, pitted for a new Wang.
Oh, yeah.
And then he ended up coming back in and retired.
I think that was what caused Sainz's sensor issues.
Yeah. And, I'm just saying, if you're losing PC or wing, I can't help but think it's your fault. So I didn't see any footage, but that was my conclusion. So I feel like he's worthy of a trash award.
Well, they're
so used to seeing him having incidents, they're not even capturing him on camera anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'll take the win on this one because this is going to be easy. This is a layup for me. I've given this to the FIA. So I think it's trash behaviour on their part that they throw a late VSC to rob fans of...
Yeah, see, I've got this elsewhere.
Okay. Rob fans of a epic dramatic finish between 4 drivers, two different battles. But they don't throw out anything when there's marshals running across track with Liam Lawson coming through.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Like... Liam said himself, I could have killed someone.
Yeah.
And if you watch the onboard footage, it's actually pretty shocking. And the way, look it up, the way that the Formula One or FIA have downplayed this whole thing, it just stinks as well. Because it's almost like they know they're fucked up.
I mean, what's their excuse?
I didn't look too much into it. I saw one article where they allegedly addressed the situation, but I was like, I'm not going to read that.
Because
it's going to
I
be a
know,
load of bullshit anyway.
if it's a couple of small chunks and let's the end of lap 1, the cars are very congested. You have a minute to get on track and do it. That's the only time they'll really be on track. So did they forget?
I think they forgot that Lawson's pitted.
But
got
then
a new
normally,
wing.
I don't know how these things work, but I've always imagined we've seen the track, Mac. They've got transponders. They know where these cars are at all times. The marshals, I don't think a marshal is going to go on track. I imagine they are advised.
They have to get the okay,
this
right?
partial point here. Yep, once such and such goes through, jump on the track, grab that piece of shit, and get out of there.
Yeah.
So was his transponder failed? That was the only real reasonable excuse for why they would say, go on track. And if it wasn't even marshal, they would happily throw him under the bus.
But it wasn't even one marshal; it was 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So that suggests that
they
there
were
was a
told
call
to go on track
Yeah.
to grab these pieces.
So very lucky that it wasn't worse than what it was, and that it was only Lawson, and it wasn't like 2 cars.
I mean, that's literally happened before. Marshall's been hit and killed before on track in a previous era.
So they don't throw any safety procedures there.
I mean, this is the overreaction, probably.
But then signs in once again the slowest part of the track, tucked away behind barriers.
Yeah.
They throw a
Safety houses.
VSC right at the end of the race. Like, do they want people to turn off Formula One? Are they trying their hardest to lose their fan base? Like,
Yeah. I've got a feeling you're going to get your own Grand Slam here of awards because I've got them in hard luck. So if you're going to give that to your trash, bro, my hard luck was Max Verstappen / Oscar Piastri / fans, purely because of this VSC coming out at that point. Bad for everyone. I mean, they were saying in the commentary box, the crowd is explosive. The crowd is energetic. You can hear the crowd through the trackside mics. Like, they are on their feet.
Even at home listening to,
It gets you feel.
Yeah, it gets you excited. It gets you pumped up.
So, yeah, bit of an L. And again, we've spoken about it, but I can't help but just feel like if it was Bearman passing Oscar, and if it was Charles passing Max, you got to wonder if it would be thrown.
100%.
If there was going to be a negative effect on Lando,
yeah.
you gotta wonder.
Well, we haven't seen it yet, so there's no reason to start thinking that would have been the case, right?
I mean, like, all I want to see is what they did in that 1 minute the VSC was out. Did marshals get on track and push him a little deeper?
Did
marshals get on track and pick up a little bit of debris?
Yeah.
Or did nothing happen? Because if nothing happened, shit.
I didn't see anything. The commentators didn't see anything, and half the drivers didn't even see anything. They didn't even know Sainz was there because he was so hidden behind the barriers.
I literally had not seen him. I know Karoon, when he was watching, he said, he was behind the barriers. I couldn't see him anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't spot him.
I would love to, like I said, whatever statement they put out, if they address it or if they do, or they
shit.
Yeah, it'll just be under the guise of safety first. There was a marshal in the vicinity,
They'll be
blah,
like,
blah,
come
blah.
on, you just fucking blow up at us about the start of the race not having enough safety. And then you blow up us. Apples aren't apples here, right? And this is the issue. Anyway.
Remember what I said to you last night about the different racing categories, and they sort of cater to a specific type of talent or like a I don't know what the word is, so there's so many different ball sports, right? And each ball sport caters to a specific type of talent in handling that ball, whether it's soccer or football or tennis or basketball or whatever. Yeah. Motorsport has that same sort of thing, right? Yeah. Remember what I said to you last night, how Formula One is known as like the pinnacle. Everything is about precision, the best of the best. There's not supposed to be any contact. There's not supposed to be...
Cars of equal equipment are meant to be within that tenth. The drivers are meant to be on the absolute limit of adhesion at all times.
It feels like, to me, more than ever, the sport is losing that because it's just too controlled now that they're just scripting whatever they want. They're just manufacturing the result that they want.
Yeah.
It's not
straight
now,
away, the VSC is a big one.
There's no unknowns anymore.
No.
Look at tyres. Look at strategies. Look at the rain. That's been nullified. There's a potential for 2 genuine racing passes at the end of a Grand Prix to end a thrilling race.
Yeah.
Nullify
again, that would have been huge.
We can control that.
It would have been huge because they have championship implications. There would have been Lando Norris fans out there like, now, yes, he got the lead. He hasn't had the lead since Saudi, since the very start of the year. That's we need to keep Max as far away as possible. That's 3 points more back in. And then instead, now there's Dutch fans, there's us, there's Aussie fans, there's probably more than 50% of the fan base, if I don't say so myself, who would much prefer to see Oscar win, who are now just like, you're not at the level of devastated, but you're like, another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Who's your
So
hard luck?
my hard luck was Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't have to go too much into it again, but yeah, 10-second penalty, missed out on the podium.
Mm-hmm. All the reasons I laid out earlier for why he was nerfed. Yeah.
I think he looked pretty broken after the race, and I think that was deserving because I think he was pretty hard done by the FIA. Maybe his team let him down. Maybe they should have been a bit quicker to be like, you've gained quite a bit of advantage, just pull it back a bit just to be on the safe side, because I think he legitimately would have secured that third place and would have got that Mickey off the back finally. But now he's running the risk of running a whole season without a podium, and that's...
I don't think he's ever done that.
No way.
And yeah, we've spoken about the stat. I don't think a Ferrari driver has ever done that in their debut season.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Bummer, dude.
Bummer. Okay, AFK. Sorry, who? So
my hard luck was Max Oscar fans for the VSC.
Yeah. So for trash, we gave it to the FIA. Did we agree on that?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
And then hard luck.
Whatever you had, man. Why are you rubbing this in for? I've got effectively the VSC.
We're a
I've
partnership
effectively
here.
got the VSC here
For hard luck.
Yeah. So we've flip-flopped on most categories and we've just given them all to you. So
yeah. Okay.
whatever.
All right.
Whatever.
AFK. Who do you have?
Williams.
Nice.
So I've already spoken about signs.
You gave him a double achievement this week.
No, because the first one was signs.
Okay.
There's not got nothing to do with Williams. That was him and his performance. All of it.
Yeah.
This is Williams for literally him. But I don't recall Albon. What did Albon do? Yeah, the car's been pacey lately, and he was just nowhere again.
Yeah, he's really fallen off, hasn't he?
Like I don't.
He literally.
I can't tell you where he finished. So if you come in here and tell me he only finished 10th, I would be shocked.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
But
He didn't get points.
I
think he was
pretty sure he
4th or
was
13th.
just nowhere.
Yeah.
All weekend.
He had another shocker.
And again, but that car's been pacey. I mean, Sainz put it in 7th in the quali. They were fast last week. They've been fast since Baku or before that. You know, they've really gotten on song, but the drivers have just been fucking it away. So.
Yeah. I gave mine to Piastri's World Drivers' Championship lead because that went missing. So I'm happy to award it to Williams. Give you the win.
Oh, thanks.
Calm me down.
Charity win. Yeah.
No, I think you're right though. Like I think Williams, they've been one of those teams on the up, and they've had so many great results this season, and they're doing great things, but they just get caught out by these silly little mistakes, whether it's in their control or not.
I mean, I can't remember. Oh, the penalty, which I don't think was right in the first place in America, took Sainz out of a points finish.
Yeah.
Which then took him out of a points finish this race.
And he definitely seems like he's the one that's more comfortable in that car now than
if
Alex.
He's qualifying 7th, the best thing about that is you're guaranteed to be nowhere near Liam Lawson.
Yeah, true.
If you're starting 7th. So, you know, he's doing the job.
Liam Lawson, Lance Stroll, the two Alpines.
They're not dangerous. They're just slow as fuck.
Yeah.
He needs to stay away from danger.
Yeah.
Which, Stroll's
in that
and
danger.
Lawson,
Yeah.
just danger. Danger written all over him.
Actually, the lack of like cars and safety crashes and safety cars this year probably has come down to the caliber of rookies. Yeah. You know, you think about some of the past rookie classes, Logan Sargent, Mick Schumacher.
Hey, come on.
Just
Nikita Mazepin.
Mazepin to you. Just real crashy. But these guys like Bortoletto, Hadjar, Antonelli, they just don't really make those sort of... I mean, Bearman had the terrible start in Australia.
So did Hadjar.
But Bearman crashed like twice from memory. Yeah, it seems like a lifetime ago now.
Ago.
But
that's back when Formula 1 was fun.
They've all... You know, I think I get every race, I go, man, another one found like a big incident or safety car. I think these guys are just too good. So
too damn good to get rid of them.
All right, well done on getting the AFK achievement.
Yeah.
All right, Easter egg. So the Easter egg is the stat or fact from the Grand Prix.
Yep.
Give it to me.
Well, since I'm really riding Lando's dick this weekend, he's such a great driver. Best there ever was. Wakes up and pisses excellence. Lando Norris' biggest winning margin of the season, 30.3 seconds. Which,
if you're looking
it's a shocker. Like I'm shocked.
If you're looking to me to get excited about that, it's
no,
just
that's what I'm saying.
Happen,
it's you know, It's something.
Yeah.
it's something. I don't know.
It's a stat.
The race was very light on for interest.
Yeah.
It's something. It's the shortest. It's the third shortest track actually on the calendar. It's a very short track. Very short track, and he went out and
I always kind of forget how short it actually is, eh?
yeah, it's like over.
It's like
over very quick.
Austria. Austria is another one that's in that sort of 115.
Well, I feel like you kind of like with Mexico, you kind of get through that first tricky sector, and you're like, oh yeah, fast corner, and then all of a sudden you're in the stadium, and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah,
like
that's
the track,
it. Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very short, but a short track, you don't generally see these big gaps. You don't see these big differences between cars.
No, it's very.
And that's what sadly makes this even more
suspicious.
impressive. Yeah, that's the better word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that better.
Okay, my Easter egg was it was for McLaren's first Mexico win since 1989. That driver being Ayrton Senna, your fave,
Of course,
your goat, your king.
couldn't have fooled me.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I mean, you think about some of the
Well, the track was gone for so long.
yeah,
so it's
because
a
it
bit
was
of
originally introduced in the 60s, and then it dipped out there for a while, didn't it?
Well, I think it's one of the could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the tracks that come back through the COVID period, but was gone
Yeah, okay.
for like a fucking long time before that. So I think it's a skewed stat.
I think I just like hearing those like old F1 mentions in modern F1
Oh,
because
yeah.
there
It's
really wouldn't be many records left
No,
that's needed
no, you're right.
that has been surpassed.
I
So
mean,
when
it's
you
like, I love
hear
when we
little things like this,
see what was the track earlier in the year? Might have been China because it was off the calendar for a couple of years. So they go the last 5 race wins, and it's
I think
Vettel
you're thinking
and
of Zandvoort.
might have been
Zandvoort
maybe. There's a couple of
had,
tracks
like,
where they.
Last pole sitter, and it was like Prost or something.
Oh yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
in like the last one of the last 5. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right. And it's like that's cool. Like it's you know why, but it's like that's a pretty cool thing to see.
Yeah.
Or yeah, there's been a couple of races this year where it's like lap record, and it's still like a Ferrari from like 04, and it's like
Barrichello.
yeah, exactly. You know,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, geez, like how they haven't trumped that yet? You know, they obviously hadn't had a
New
resurface
F1 fans
or-
are like, who's this Barrichello guy?
yeah, it must have been real good.
Yeah.
Psych.
Final category.
Side quest, baby.
Side quest. So I'll let you give me yours first, and then I'll get into mine.
So mine's more of a question because you love content, so you probably would have read all about it.
No doubt.
Colapinto, history is not written by cowards. What did he? What? I don't quite. I read the headline and I sort of thought about it for about 12 seconds, and I was like, I don't get it.
So you didn't read the story?
No, I don't know. It's a Colapinto Alpine. I just couldn't get. It was about the Team Orders nonsense in America.
Okay. Right. Okay.
But again, I'm like
Right.
in this contest. I'm like context. I'm just like, what does he mean? Who's a
So-
coward here? Is Alpine a coward?
So
is he
he
a coward?
threw
Who's
out
a
that
coward?
quote because he disobeyed Alpine team
Yeah.
orders and made it to 15th.
Yeah, but who's a coward? Like
Bravo.
history is not written by cowards. I was like,
I guess he's calling himself a hero.
yeah, I just don't know.
To me, that's what I'm saying. He's going, yeah, the team told me to hold position, but I knew I had some more pace in me, so I
then-
just shoved Pierre out the way, and then I just went down the road and took
Little
another
does he
2
know,
positions.
this is the last 4 races of his career because
You
of that
never-
move.
You know what cowards don't do? Finish 15th. That's what he's saying there.
I again couldn't be bothered reading the story. I can barely be bothered at the best of times.
He's
but
got
this
to do
was-
something to stay relevant, right? Because that team is just abysmal right
I
now.
mean, that's for, you know, if an Oscar or a Lando or a Max put out that quote, you'd be like, it's pretty hardcore. To come out and say something like that, it's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, who'd you steal that from?
Yeah, but doing it like you said for a driver who score points, don't crash, be fast, whatever his prerequisites are, and he's achieved 0 of them. And he's been given almost the whole season to do it. Something one Jack was not.
I'm almost thankful
offered.
that Jack Doohan was spared that agony, because I think if you went a whole, I don't know what it is about Franco that Flavio has such a hard on for. Maybe it's his bank account. Yeah, but if you're Jack Doohan and you have the season that Colapinto has,
It's
goodbye Formula
detrimental.
One career.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm almost thankful that he's been spared this agony.
He's
So
probably goodbye Formula 1 career. Anyway,
don't talk.
who's your
Don't
side?
talk-
Who's
don't
your,
talk bad
on
about
a
your boy.
positive note, who's your side quest?
Well, not a lot of positivity here.
Shit.
So some people would say that, you know, Lando getting booed was a terrible thing, and that was horrible. It's just a horrible thing to do, and those Mexicans are horrible people. How dare you boo Lando? I didn't hear Lando boos. I heard Oscar Piastri cheers.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. Because I think the booing isn't about Lando winning or dominating the race. And, you know, Sky Sports sit there in dumbfounded perplexity.
He booed Monza as well.
You're stepping on my toes.
So I was brave.
They're sitting there in just dumbfounded. I can't possibly think why the fans would be booing poor Lando. He has just dominated the race. Legit.
Oh, that's fine.
My baby. So it's like they just forget the context of everything. It's like you want to talk about recency bias. It's like they can only focus on what is going on in that exact moment.
Yeah,
they're not booing Lando because he just won.
Yeah.
They're booing him because the VSC once again fell into his benefit.
It's above that.
Which has happened all year. And if you're going to call out the Mexicans for booing and call shit on them and say they're terrible people, how dare they boo a sports person who's been paid millions of dollars to race cars around the world?
Yeah.
What about the Italians who have no skin in the game as well?
Yeah.
You don't call them out? Like, he has been booed
You wouldn't dare.
more than once. And it's not because of these sorts of results. It's because of all the other shit.
Yeah.
When you're handing a driver who isn't the best driver on a grid a world championship, people are going to take notice and they're going to be upset about it.
Yeah.
Because this is why we're watching the sport. We want to see the best compete at the most elite level. We don't want to see Mickey Mouse rings. Because that's what this is going to be.
Yeah. See, Lando Norris is not a polarizing enough figure to get booed on his
Max
own.
Verstappen is, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. Because he's got fans or he's got haters.
Yeah.
Lando's not polarizing enough to get that.
No.
I mean, we hate him purely because of the Oscar factor. But besides that, it's like a Russell. It's like, if he does, if he doesn't, whatever. This season's just a bit different for Lando. The boos aren't even for him. It's for McLaren. The boos are for McLaren.
Well, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
He's just copping it. And you know Oscar wouldn't cop it because the fans wouldn't do it to him because he'd get on. Everyone would be like, oh.
Yeah.
It's their way of being like, well, this, fucking our baby, Whereas Lando's up there. And again, he does the thing where he gets out of the car. And yes, this is the one case I can say he deserved. He deserved to get out of the car. And everyone praise me, please. Praise me for my excellence and how good I am today. He does that every race. Doesn't matter what's going on. Doesn't matter what the situation, circumstance, papaya rule, and fucking nonsense. He gets out of the car and he expects everyone to just bow at his feet for how excellent he is.
Yeah.
And he doesn't deserve it. And he hasn't deserved it.
No.
And I love that in a race like this where, there was a VSC, there's one lap where you can go, fuck, are you serious? But besides that, like from the start of the weekend, he only had 2 practice sessions to add it all onto everything.
Yeah.
From the start of the weekend, he's owned the place. And that is like the truth. But you still get to stand on the podium and fans look at you and think you don't deserve this.
I know, it's hilarious. So I'll add 2 more things real quick. So the first thing I want to say is that I love how the commentators were so bamboozled. The only thing they could connect it to was he must have done something to Perez in the past. They must have.
Did they say? See, I didn't watch any of this.
He must have done bad by
haven't
Perez
heard the boos.
because they're Mexican and Sergio's Mexican, and that's the only possible reason that is. What I wonder what he did to poor Sergio.
Was it Crofty and the other fella?
It was Crofty, who's a fuckwit. Can't stand him.
I'm leaning more.
I'm not holding back on that one. I cannot stand him anymore.
I still enjoy their commentary, but it's wearing thin.
Yeah.
Karoon. It was Karoon.
Karoon was the one that was mostly perplexed. Yeah.
So he's actually to be honest,
he's usually pretty good.
I'm coming around to Karoon. I mean, we share a lot of sentiments.
Yeah.
He's pretty straight and narrow and the whole thing with the cars. He's behind the barriers. What are we doing?
Nobody outside of Britain wants to see Crofty anymore. Brundle's even starting to. He still says some stuff where it's like, come on, Brundle, you're better than that. Don't fall into that trap. Jensen's usually pretty good. Nico is the best. To me, get Nico on there every goddamn race week. He's just, I don't know. He's a good balance of he'll say some red hot stuff, but it's the truth.
If we got Nico out there, just bring in Jacques Villeneuve as well. If we get all the strays.
Yeah. Jacques was the other one, actually, wasn't he there? Yeah.
Was he there? Was he?
Yeah.
See, I didn't watch anything. I got rolled out of bed and the formation lap was halfway done. And I watched the race in tatters.
Some might say perfect timing.
Yeah. And then I turned it off, like I said, before Oscar even crossed the line. That was my experience. I watched quality.
So I got up half an hour early to watch the grid walk, and it was Karoon and some other journalist. She does, I think, the post-race interviews. I can't remember her name. And I was like, I I lost half an hour of sleep for this. Ugh.
Well, I set my alarm to get up early to watch some damn NASCAR so I could actually feel excited and get some good racing under my belt, and then I slept in.
Yeah, well, I just caught up on some World Series highlights, checked what the NBA was doing, NFL flicked over there as well.
Not looking good over there either.
Anyway, take us home.
All right, Sunday sesh on this. Sorry, I'll ask you a question.
Have you forgot about this too, by the way? Just
it's really actually in my zone.
Yeah.
When you take it off, I'm going to be shocked.
Yeah.
I'm going to have the reverse shock. I forget what you look like. I'm going to ask you a question of something that happened on this day. If you get it right, you're a Formula 1 purist. If you get it wrong, you're a Drive to Survive fanboy. Mm-hmm. And the box bashers get a tick in the opposite column. I believe they're winning, which is good shit. All right. Who won the 1986 Formula 1 World Championship on this day? Got some hints.
Okay.
Got some hints, but you can feel free to blurt.
All right, give me... I'm going to probably go...
I'm a bit worried about my hints. I think you'll get them. So, I don't think you'll need them all.
86, you said? All right, so that's in like that... That's in that Nigel Mansell, Niki Lauda, Prost phase. So there's some big names around there. So, all right, give me your first hint.
His nickname, the Professor.
Prost.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was like, I don't know if you know that or okay.
Okay. No, that's fair.
Well, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'll give you all the hints because they're facts as well.
Maybe give me your last hint. If that was your hardest hint, give me your easiest hint first.
Just French.
French. Okay,
that was the third hint.
I wouldn't have guessed it on that. So yeah.
See, I thought I can't crack that brain. He was right. The other hint. I probably should start with this one. He has 4 total World Drivers' Championships.
Okay.
3 with McLaren, 1 with Williams.
Yeah. I might have guessed. I might have guessed it based on that.
It's funny. I was like, I don't know if you like the nickname.
But the Professor. Yeah. No, I definitely... See, I know that's probably my Formula 1 knowledge. It's like stupid general, like street... I got like street knowledge of Formula 1.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got like textbook encyclopedic knowledge.
His name is Alain Prost.
Yeah.
Well, I got a fun fact here as well because it was just great, but it's not really a hint, right?
Okay.
When Alain retired, right?
What year? You didn't write it down.
93.
Did you?
93.
Okay. I hope that's right.
Fact check it because it's a stellar guess. When he retired, he held the all-time record for most wins, fastest laps, and podiums.
In history?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Which I thought was pretty crazy.
And then on that day, henceforth, he was known as the Professor.
Yeah. 51 wins, 41 fast laps, 106 podiums he's achieved.
So who's best at that now? Schumacher, Hamilton, Verstappen?
Yeah. Well, I think I said last race, he was the retro was last weekend. I think it was last weekend because he won. But that's what I said when I looked up the wins list. I was like, oh, Prost is 4th. You know, I think he's still there. So, and with 51, you know, Hamilton's more than double that. That's why I think I said, you know, Oscar, like, you can see a modern Formula 1 driver with 24 races on the grid and how a car can be so extremely over the top of all of their rivals, and your teammates normally aren't really, you know, that close. Like, you can see any modern Formula 1 driver getting up 50 wins these days in the right car, the right time with the right teammate. I mean, look, Verstappen's reeled off nearly 70.
Yeah.
Vettel maybe has more wins as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Vettel's the other one that I always tend to just forget about. That was, he had such a good run, but unfortunately for him, the back half of his career just sort of dropped off.
Went to Ferrari.
Yeah.
It's a theme. It's a theme. Alonso, Vettel, Hamilton now.
You think these guys would learn by now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if Ricciardo dodged that bullet, unfortunately, he took a grenade instead.
Yeah. I won't take the Ferrari bullet. I'll land on the Renault grenade, and then McLaren will blow off both my legs. And anyway, that's it for Mexico.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Mexico was actually a great race. I really did enjoy it, despite the outcome. As Oscar Piastri fans, I am really looking forward to how this season is going to close out because it's going to be tense.
What's what everyone wants? A 1-point lead. Oh, you know, a very close battle. It's what we want to see.
I'll never forget the night we watched Abu Dhabi 2021, and we were chatting as we do. I'll never forget how just
that was a roller coaster of emotions that way. Race.
But I'll never forget how tense and how excited and how just like. I was pacing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that
I
now
remember-
when you have skin in the game?
See, I remember the emotions. Yeah, the lap 1 shit with the late break dive, and then you're not gonna be able to keep the pace.
Yeah.
Clearly not having the pace. And you're like, is this it? Like, they were so close, and then all of a sudden he's got no pace on him. And then there's the Ministry of Defence. It gives you a bit of hope. You're like, oh, okay, he's close. He's back in the game. Can he muster it up to no pace? And you're like, this is it. After such a good season, they can't even rate. It's like NBA. How many Game 7s are shit?
Yeah.
Because you have such a good 6 games, you're like, Game 7's going to be great.
Yeah.
And then it's a blowout.
You overhype it.
Yeah, and it's a blowout, you know, because someone doesn't turn up. If that's what that was, then you just watch 4 or 5 laps to go, you're like, I can't believe this. This season's been so good. Not only
And
is
then-
Hamilton going to win, it's
then
not
it went
even going to be
into
a good
overtime.
race. And then it was just nuts.
Yeah.
You know? And then,
I shouldn't have mentioned those words because look at you. Look at the tangent you went on.
See, well, the problem is that kind of thing is once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
But that's something of a precedent. If these 2 cars go into the final race, locked on points or thereabouts, and Lando's winning 5 to go, you're going to be like, this can happen, right? This can happen again. This can happen again. But then it just won't happen again. And you're like, why does Max get this fucking luck?
As long as it doesn't go the way that Mark Webber had it in
2010. Yeah.
2010.
All right,
Yeah.
that's enough.
All right. Like, subscribe, and follow us. Thanks to everyone who has, because we're up to 115 now.
Yep.
So
Moving
we're
along.
ticking away
Moving on
nicely. Leave a comment. We'll reply to anything. Everything and anything we respond to.
Yep. TikTok,
Timmy's
YouTube.
waiting. He's waiting there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got alerts. I got notifications.
Yeah.
I got a pager. You know, it's
Yeah.
like doesn't matter what I'm doing.
You're waiting for them, and I'm waiting for you. So it's a train. So, but thanks for watching.
See you in
GGs.
Brazil.
Brazil. Yep.
Sweet.
I'll see you then.
See you there.
Bye.